Hello, Niels Hall here. I'm doing my bathroom in the camper, redoing it with some UPVC. They're basically 300 strips. I haven't washed it yet. I don't know if that will show up. But what I'm doing is I've got this other angled piece. It's got a little lip on it on either edge, and basically I want to get it in here around the window, and you need a bit of help. I've whizzed the screw up on a block, put a block there and whizzed the screw to hold it there for me, just to start it off, and I'll sort of give it a bit of a crease so it will sort of have a bit of a memory, so you can crease it quite well, a tight crease, to try and get the sort of curves what I've got there. You can see my cut with a coping saw wasn't too clever, so I've got to allow 5mm extra so I can put a bead of sealant around so it will look really tidy. But you really need to wedge it up to help you, because it's quite difficult getting it in. And I've measured the here, and I've got to take it off the back, which is going to be slightly difficult because I've got I'm a little bit out on the window on this bottom here, and not so much on the top, so it should go in all right. It should look all right. It's gonna get there. I'm also going to use a bit of this on my door. Obviously, a bit of trim or a smaller piece. I've got to go back down there and get some more anyway, because I've cut it. It's an off cut, because I've cut. That's the sort of cut edge, and I could run it that way, but it wouldn't really make a difference. It might help with a door. I've got a door on here, but you still got to cover an edge up. So luckily I've got enough room on this. I can always move that bead back and trim it back and get a nice edge again. And the ceiling's going to be done. Did I say that already? The ceiling will be done as well, because that way at least any moisture, you seal all the corners properly around everything, moisture will stay in here. I've got some cupboards what I'm building which are rather sexy, but I'll show you them in another video. But this is just a little heads up as to how to get this, how to seal up around there, around any get it a bit tidier, because trying to get something to with an angle to go around the exact size is pretty much impossible, unless I made it out of timber, which I didn't want to do on this particular bit. So there, that's easy for me. Yeah, the 100mm insulation sort of on the floor as well. Let me show you what I like to do on the plumbing fitting. Now this bit is actually underneath the van, and that's in the bathroom. So basically I cut this piece in half and glued it up on an extra bit of pipe, which allows for I've got some Tanalise roughly the same size as this, and a bit of ply and a bit of lino, so it's a bit of a tight fit. And I mean, if you was doing more insulation, like really thick, if you had a bigger van, you can get around these things. You know, everything's accessible. You can get underneath and get this off. The hard thing is getting a grip of this end. Holding that, you have to get some help, or wedge something in there, and it's difficult getting this off. But anyhow, I like to also do something with my roof vent, because the insulation on there was then made it too not long enough. So for the moment, the gap I've taped up, I'm going to put some put a bit of stainless, a little strip of stainless around there, the clean edge at the top and the cut edge behind, because this all comes off. So yeah, well, anyhow, that's just a few little get arounds for adjusting the camper. I'm having a right old change around in here, change a room. Right, anyhow, that's enough for me for now. I'll see you later.